telco, devices, satellite TV, digital wallet, and IT were taken up portfolios that include sales, marketing, business development, startups, and transformation. David joined Boost from Microsoft, where he was the head of marketing for Microsoft Mobile Devices Malaysia and Singapore team. Prior to that, he was with Astro as head of new business development, Maxis as head of sales for broadband, and IBM as program manager. Our next speaker in the middle here is Mr. Muhammad Khairuan Abdul Rahman. He is the Deputy Director of Payments Network Malaysia. The PayNet Group is Malaysia's premier payments network and central infrastructure for financial markets. Bank Negara Malaysia is PayNet's single largest shareholder. PayNet is responsible for National Bill Payment Scheme (NBPS) and Real-Time Retail Payments Platform (RTP), including Do It Now and Do It Now QR. His biggest achievement is managing JomPay services, which was launched in 2015, with currently more than 6,000 businesses signed up to accept bill payments at 40 banks ranging from internet banking, ATMs, and mobile banking from all over Malaysia. JomPay currently handles more than 4 million transactions per month and is growing rapidly. Prior to the current assignment, he was the head of electronic banking of a leading bank in Malaysia, which includes retail product and operations, digital banking, innovation, business development, and marketing. And on my side here is Mr. Azrul Zafri. He is the Chief Technology Officer of Modulate Technologies Sdn Bhd. It is a technology solution provider to many corporate clients, especially in financial and telecommunication industries. Azrul has more than 12 years of experience in technology, IT, and software engineering. Throughout his career, he has been involved in various aspects of IT, including starting up his own companies. His role is to help the corporate clients with digital transformation program. His previous job experience include as a technical manager at British Telecom, software development manager of HSBC Global Technology Malaysia, and senior system analyst at Maybank Berhad. Azrul was also invited to speak at the Blockchain Summit in Singapore last year and many other entrepreneurship programs, including the ones held by SME Corp and Dewan Perniagaan Melayu. Welcome to all our speakers today. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Thank you for being here today. I think this is a topic which is close to our heart. I mean, this is changing culture and lifestyle, and I believe even among our delegates here, how many of you actually have e-wallets? Can you raise your hand? See, almost everybody have e-wallets. How many of you understand what fintech is? Could you please raise your hand? Yeah, so I understand, I mean, even for me too, fintech is a very, very new area for myself, and I think we're here to learn from the experts of the field. Now, maybe we'll start with Mr. David. Could you tell us a little bit about the services of your company? What is Boost and what do you offer? Thank you.
I'll give a brief description of what Boost is. Right? Boost is the leading e-wallet in Malaysia. We have about 5 million customers now and about 135,000 merchants and still counting. Right? With Boost started with Boost 3 years ago, but really Boost started about 2 years ago. So we have seen a rapid growth in Boost, and now we have merchants ranging from giant Tesco, your large merchants, your KFC, your Guardian pharmacies, Watsons, and so on, to your mid-tier merchants like T-Life, brands like Kenny Rogers, brands like Burger King, and down smaller brands, and then finally to the food trucks, the food courts, your pasar malam vendors, all accepting Boost, right? So it's been a great 2 years journey for myself. From inception, the team grew from a team of maybe 5 people, 6, right? Now we have a team of about 200 people with Boost, and we're still growing, and we hope to maintain our lead in the market. Yeah.
So, David, maybe you can share with us, a lot of us are skeptical about having an e-wallet, right? So how safe is e-wallet?
So e-wallet, if I tell you e-wallet is really safer than that money you put in the bank, what do you say, right? Yeah, so money put in a bank is actually there's a PIDM, there's an insurance, right? if it's so safe, why do we still need insurance, right? So it's the same thing, right? Our wallets are governed by Bank Negara. Every wallet needs to be issued a license, right? It has to be accredited. Maybe there's about 30 plus 40 e-wallet license, right? But however, in the wallet's case, the money that a customer deposits into, the wallet provider needs to have a trust account. So which means he has to have a matching amount of money that the customer puts into your wallet, and then you open another separate trust account, which is governed by the Bank Negara, and it's monitored, right? If you accept more deposits than your actual trust account, you have to top up to your trust account. So your wallet, your money will always be there, right? Regardless, right? This is safer than insurance because the actual money is actually parked as a trust account. Hence, in my definition, it's definitely much safer.
So they may have a question on like, you know, what happens if the phone gets stolen? Will the money be, you know, missing too? Or, yeah, how does it work?
So the same happens for everything else when you lose your phone, right? Your boyfriend's phone number, your mom's phone number, everything that you store in your phone will have an opportunity for somebody. If they can tamper with your phone, they can steal it, right? However, with today's technology, right, your phone itself is protected by a PIN, right? Your phone itself is protected by biometrics, your fingerprint, your face ID, and so on, right? That's on the phone security, the basic phone security itself. And when you open the app, there's a second layer of security, right? And in Boost case, right, we have your PIN, we have your biometrics recognition security. And in our case, we have additional security layers. I give you an example. Like if your phone, if your password will key in wrong a few times, it gets your account gets suspended, right? Another example is that even if your same account and your ID is used on a different phone, right? We can track that, and it will also be suspended after a few attempts, right? Same for your credit card. Your credit card can only be attempted to be charged 3 times. In fact, if you see an anomaly of your credit card charges, example, if you're topping up 500 ringgit over 3 minutes, then there's a suspicious activity, the account will get suspended. So in that case, it's relatively safe.
Thank you very much for that very important and useful information for us that have started using e-wallet. Now we move on to Encik Azrul. Yeah, can you share with us the services that your company offers, and what is the most common sector that actually seeks for your consultancy?
Hi everybody. I hope you guys still awake. Okay, my company Model 8 Technologies Berhad, we offer solutions mainly for corporate clients. All through these 5 years, we have been helping our corporate clients in their digital transformation program, because you know, nowadays every companies, especially big companies, they want to digitalize everything to save costs, you know, to increase profit, stuff like that. Right, so basically we are working with the big guys, like 2 of them here with me. So yeah, and then in industry specifics, we are more into telecommunication business, and this year we are focusing more into financial services industry, and next year, first quarter, inshallah, we are launching a product together with a local bank.
Wonderful. So, you know, in your experience, right, do you have enough talents with such skill and sufficient data to actually implement the technology in the system? Just based on your experience.
Based on my experience, talents, okay. I mean, maybe not in Malaysia fully, right? But as ASEAN countries, I think we have sufficient talent. Whereby, if you can see, most of the multinational corporations from Europe, from US, are also coming here to get talents. And one part of the thing that we do have some advantage is because of our so-called low cost. Because our currency relatively, if we compare to euro currency, pound, or US dollars, right, we are much cheaper. So in terms of the skills, the skill set, and also the knowledge, I think we are quite on par if we can compare to any regions globally.
Thank you. Mr. Khairwan, just a simple question for you. Could you tell us a little bit about the current situation of financial technology sector in Malaysia and across ASEAN? What is the current state at the moment for us to understand better?
Well, that's a heavy question. I thought I was supposed to introduce myself first.
Yes.
Please. My name is Khairwan. Hi everyone. I'm glad to be here today. So basically, a little bit of background of PayNet, what we does for Malaysia. If you look at other Asian country, for example, like Singapore, anyone from Singapore here? Yes. So like a PayNet is equivalent to NETS in Singapore. Anyone from Thailand here? Right. So you heard about Aydbs in Thailand? That facilitate all the payments for the country. So PayNet, NETS, or Aydbs, so we have a similar role. Basically, our role is to facilitate all e-payments for the country. So we own, our single largest shareholders is Central Bank of Malaysia, and also 11 local banks also have a share with us. So basically, back to your question on the ASEAN's
Yes.
Okay, so there are a few things happening around ASEAN. One of it is a cross-border payment, because like every country in ASEAN try to move from the conventional payments platform to latest financial message formats. It's a bit technical. You can Google it. Everyone talk about ISO 222, 20022. So that's the latest financial message format that everyone try to adopt the latest standard. Now, what does it mean? It means that every country's move to this ISO format, then like we can facilitate cross-border easily. Like today in Malaysia, we have, we'll be enjoying instant transfer, meaning that I send money to you, you get it immediately. So we're enjoying that for the past 15 years. And it was riding on the old platform. So we have migrated this to the latest platform, and similarly happened to Singapore and to Thailand. So these three countries now already on ISO 2022. So what happens like we are talking to Thailand to facilitate cross-border. So now in the testing mode. So hopefully we can go live by Q1 next year. And next country will be Indonesia or Singapore. So we also like talking to Japan, Korea, and a few other countries, even Australia as well, to facilitate the cross-border. So when we talk about cross-border payments, it's not just for people like us, individual. Let's say I want to send money to my friend in Singapore, can use his mobile number, for example. It's beyond that. It also facilitates business fund transfer as well. And when we talk about cross-border, of course, the next question is on the securities, right? So like, of course, like every countries have their own what I call process and procedures and regulatories. So we try, every country's players, like the banks, even non-bank, they have to observe every country's policy and guidelines. And I think, can I add on another thing, like when we talk about safety, that's the first question you asked David earlier, right? So I think it's basically about safety. This I just want to share with you guys today. You know what happened? As long as we do not share our credential in our password, like username or all this banking credential, I think that we safe. What happens, like we saw a lot of cases on social media, like someone lost, let's say 10,000 ringgit Malaysia, 40,000 ringgit Malaysia, you can convert that to your own currency. Then like they make a big, they complain on social media. Then after the banks investigated what happened actually. So most of the cases, like they share their password with the loved one. Of course, like after the bank found out that, of course the bank also have a few experts to really go down to get the root cause, why it happens, kind of stuff. Then most of the cases, it's always about disclosing their passwords to the third party. So even after like an ATM machine, when they said their ATM pin, ATM card been compromised, and when the bank checked the CCTV, then the girlfriend actually went, or the boyfriend withdraw the money on behalf. It happened. Most of the cases. Then I think like we talk about talent. We have difficult situation in our industry. We have like say short of talent in terms of like programmers, Java especially, and I think like I'm not shy just to share here. We do get support, or we get talent from our neighboring countries to support us in terms of I mean, together with us, work with us, like to develop C programs just to make sure that we advance on payments infrastructure.
Thank you so much. Would you like to ask any questions? Because I think this is really a good opportunity for you to learn from the best. They have started it, they have their experience. So can I get someone, a representative from any ASEAN countries, to maybe ask a question? Yes, please. Could you kindly introduce yourself, where you're from, and the question? Thank you.